Welcome to Big Brother Basics, where we break down the basics of Big Brother 16. I'm Jacob Harple, and I am accompanied with my two lovely co-hosts, Keith Guerrero and Aaron Nunley. Since this is the very first episode of Big Brother Basics, we're going to go ahead and give you a breakdown of what we're going to do today. First, we're going to go over the twist, what we think about it. Then basically some exciting segments that we have planned for you this season. And then we'll do a cast assessment. And then at the very end of the show, we will have our first ever Big Brother Basics fantasy draft. Throughout this season, I will be giving a segment called What You Gonna Do, Girl? Well, basically, every week I will pick a house guest who might be in a bad situation and what I feel like their next move should be, what they should do, girl.
Obviously, I'm Aaron. Also go by Too Famous because I am definitely too famous for any of this that we're doing here. My little segment is called Your Daughter and Your Mama. Thank you to Jamaica. I come at anyone that I feel like needs to be attacked, for doing something stupid, for not doing something that they should have done, for throwing out their HOH to Dan, looking at you, Ollie. I mean, just anything, any reason I want to, I'll go after them. And that's that, and I won't apologize.
My name is Keith. I also go by Most Humble because I'm the most humble winner that's ever been on this planet Earth. And my segment is called Y'all Want Some Cake? Because I'm going to be talking about the most awkward moment in the house and just, highlight the awkwardness because awkward brings us together.
Those are the three segments that you can definitely look forward to seeing throughout the season, but let's go ahead and get right into it. Big Brother 16, we've got 2 HOHs every week, so a total of 4 nominees. What do you guys think about this? I know last season they did the MVP or the third nominee twist. I don't know. It's kind of hard to lay low when 4 people are getting nominated every week.
I mean, they still didn't, I don't know, like last season with that whole third nominee being put up, it kind of screwed up the whole thing. It was a twist, and it definitely changed the game, but it definitely messed up how the regular part of Big Brother is played, because all the HOHs got screwed over. It was always the third nominee who was getting, evicted and targeted.
But they definitely needed that twist in order for CBS to avoid some lawsuits, because there was some racist-ass shit that went down last season.
I feel like last season with the twist, it was very geared towards floating. So, because we saw the big players like Jeremy or Nick, people that their strategy was winning competitions.
Amanda.
You can't win everything. So, with the MVP twist, it kind of suggested to players, it's like, the best strategy is to just kind of lay low. And I feel like we're going to see a lot of that this season. Like, if you've got 2 HOHs every week and 4 nominees, it's going to be hard to escape the block. So big players are going to have a really hard time staying in the game.
I would completely agree with that statement, because even if you isn't there even though there's 4 nominees, there's still only 1 person that goes per week, right?
I would assume. Yeah.
Yeah. So in a sense, then 1 HOH is getting screwed too. So it's nobody ever wants to win or do anything.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I go for from last season is that even though it was kind of a floaters game, even though that was their whole thing, was trying not to have floaters float through the game, is that the people who were trying to win competitions and be really strategic were also being very dumb, socially. They kind of put themselves in that position. Jeremy definitely wasn't trying to hide the fact that he hated people, and I drunk the wine and all that stuff. So I also kind of put the blame on themselves.
That's true.
Take responsibility for yourself.
And was still there. She was sending people home left and right. So and she was racist. So
But the thing is though, Aaron's first HOH week, her alliance, she won HOH, and then Jeremy won the POV, and they still lost someone on their side. That's how broken that twist was. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm interested to see how it plays out. I'm more interested to see what Battle of the Blocks is. It's a new competition, and they haven't really said what it is. But a lot of people are saying that the rumor is that one of the house guests' nominees will be removed after Battle of the Blocks. So I don't know how that would work.
what I've heard is that like they'll compete as teams, and so like it'll be 2 versus 2, and then the winning team is safe, and then the other 2 will be the people that get voted between.
That makes
like the nominees.
Yeah. So the nominees
Yeah, that
initially
That makes more sense.
they initially work as a team to like
I
vote.
was trying to figure out how the HOHs that nominated these 2 nominees, but the HOH wants the nominees to stay the same, but the nominees want to not be on the block. So it's like, how could they work together? But that makes more sense. Nominees competing.
That's crazy because that gives, like, if you're trying to get a big threat out, that gives them 2, like, someone that's good at competitions has not 1 but 2 opportunities to save themselves from the block.
Stop themselves from being on the block altogether, or just veto themselves later. Yeah.
Exactly. So I feel like backdooring. Well, I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting process. So maybe that'll kind of help with like. Making it not so anti-physical threat, like physical players, by giving them so many chances to save themselves.
The thing that I do like, if it's that way, where like the 2 competing sets of nominees compete against each other, is if, say, like you wanted to like guarantee the other side of the house safety, or however they divide up the teams, you can't necessarily do that because you would need 2 strong people to beat the people on your side, and in doing so, you'd be going after threats on the other team's half anyway. So it's like you're damned if you do, or you're damned if you don't. Like you're basically forced into helping your team. You can't really sabotage the other team because that requires nominating threats from their side.
Exactly. Yeah, it's going to be interesting for HOH, like if that's what it is, because I don't know, it's just going to be harder for people to get out their targets, and you're just kind of you're exposing yourself for potentially no gain at all.
Yeah.
Which would suck.
HOHs, nominees who win, like everybody's going to be exposed for being comp threats.
Yeah, and this is a twist that actually benefits people that are good at competitions too. So
yeah, that's true.
We can maybe it won't be as much of a floating game as we had anticipated.
Make some friends too.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna help to have a social game going on. So, all right, well, yeah, I'm excited to see what the whole twist will be. But yeah, so since it's the first episode, let's go ahead and jump into our cast analysis.